Hello everybody, yes, it's Pt.2, and welcome back to another video on the TwinPlayz channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to make a Grow a Garden series part 2. Now, I know you guys have been bugging me to make this episode, and I'm so sorry it's been a minute. I hope you understand that I am a college student with 7 classes in the summer, and as well as I was out of town. That's the main thing. I was programming this, though, and honestly, I ran into so many issues. Like I said, I'm not a very experienced programmer, so I'm going into this with you guys, and I wanted to make sure there was no issues. And I haven't seemed to see any issues, so it's actually looking really good. Now, this episode, we're going to be talking about making the seed shop. Now, this is specifically just the GUI, and this is handling all of the events and giving the player the seed. That is it. It's not giving you a seed that's going to work and you can crop and all this stuff. It's just giving you a seed and allowing you to purchase it. Now, when it comes to cash and all those things and selling, we're going to do those in other episodes, and don't worry, they will come out very fast. I know you guys are bugging me about it, and I'm sorry, but please bear with me and be patient because I'm trying my best here. But if you're new to my channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed and you watch this video and get the kit, I'm going to be so disappointed, I'm not going to lie. And I have so many of you guys who are not subscribed that watch my videos, and it makes me so sad. So just click the subscribe button. I'm just trying to hit 100,000. But going into this, so we're going to head over to Studio. Now, if you last saw the last episode, in part 1, we talked about making the plots. Now, I will probably have you guys update them later because I did have to change some of the names and things in here. But we'll go into that later because that's not a worries. So, looking into the game, I'm just going to quickly show you what I did. There is a lot of stuff I added, and that's why this honestly took a while to make. This is just a seed shop GUI, by the way. But so first thing first, you join the game. It just said the seed shop has restocked. We get a print right here. That is because we want to reset the shop just right when the server starts, okay? Last time we left off, you have your garden, so it all looks great. Now, you teleport buttons. I don't know why a few of you guys are saying the teleport buttons don't work for you. If you did just grab the kit, you should be fine. Just double check that in here you have these attributes in the plots and there are certain names. That is probably why you're having issues, and double check your output because there's TP parts, there's things like that could break it if you don't have those. Now, going into this, so yes, like I said, we don't have sale. We don't have anything selling, but I did add a proximity prompt, which we'll talk about, that you can open instead. Now, like I said, we will be doing NPCs. We will be having dialogue and everything like that, like Grow a Garden. It's just for now, I want to make it simple for you guys to understand. So you walk up here and you hold E, okay? It's going to open for you, and it's going to do this. Now, you see how there's a little blur in the background. Looks good. You close it, blur goes away. So you open the thing, and there's a certain time. As you can tell, we have the time going from, well, it starts at 5 minutes for now. Now, these are the seeds I already added for you. I didn't add all the seeds because you should do that yourself, and depending on what game you're making, you might want to just do it yourself. Now, if you're making a different game that's not Grow a Garden, you're going to have to mess with a little bit of the scripts because these seeds are added via the script. But as you can tell, you hover it, has a cool little hover effect. That took me a second to figure out because I'm so stupid. But of course, we have out of stock, we have rare, legendary, mythical, divine, and prismatic. Now, you can mess with all these how you like. I made it specifically in a certain way, and I'll show you how you can customize this, get the model, everything like that. Sorry, I'm just explaining. In here, you hit purchase, so it's just like Grow a Garden, it opens it for you. And then, of course, we have 100 cash right now, so I can actually purchase all of it and make it go out of stock. Now, there's the Robux option, like the DevProduct, where I can actually purchase it, and it will give you the seed using Robux. So, you know, depending on the Robux and whatever. So right now it's 149 for this one, and this one's just 49. Now, I know there's a little bit of an issue where it actually just doesn't update right away, which I'll have to fix later. But for now, this works. Now, minute is 45 seconds, let's say. I'm going to click this restock button, and I'm going to fire the server. And now it restocked everything, and now the timer's reset. So like the saying, there's that restock. And as you can tell, we have the certain things right here. So, oh, look, we got legendary. That's a very rare chance of doing that. But as you can tell, these are always out of stock. That's because they are very hard to get in stock versus the other ones. So, yeah, and it gives you a seed. Yes, it does give you a seed, but the crops don't work or anything. But I'm going to show you how to make them and how do you do your thing because there's a lot to it, honestly. But as you can tell, 50 cash works great. But, yeah, so basically, yeah, we're going to get right into this. Now, if you left off, we're going to do a few things. Now, I don't know what the heck is going on with Roblox. I want to kill them, but they literally make it so I can't publish this model because it has a require in the scripts, which is grabbing the modules, which they detect as, you know, issues. So I'm going to show you guys how to get this. Now, if you are not in my Discord, I recommend joining. I'm going to be posting all the Roblox files in here in the Grow a Garden Kit updates. So you can go in there and grab them if you'd like, and it will be probably published before you even like watch this video. So feel free to do that. Now, if you are in my video, if not in the Discord, I will give you an option to go to my, it's going to give you a Google Drive link, and you can just hit that download button, and this will give you the Roblox file. I'm so sorry it's not a Roblox link, but Roblox is literally blocking my things because it's declared as malicious or something. I have it here, though, because I own it and it's my kit. So you're going to import it. Now, I already have everything imported for me, but I'm going to show you a few things, everything we did. You're probably like, whoa, so look at that. You see what I mean by we did a lot of stuff? We did a lot of stuff. Okay, so, yeah, looking into this, oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, we gotta do that too. I honestly almost forgot to do that. This is for later, actually, which is good. So, a lot of things are commented for you guys, but in the lighting, you're going to drag this to your lighting, okay? So put this in here. It's the blur effect. This is for the starter GUI thing. So once you do that, you should be good. Now, in replicated storage, we only left off with remote events. So you can actually just drag all of this into replicated storage, and you should be good. Just make sure there aren't duplicates of the thing. So if it says if you have 2 remote events folders, so if I were to drag this in right now, don't do that. Make sure you have just one of them. And then whatever was in the last one, you don't even need to worry about because I made sure it's on top of that. So you can just delete the other one you have. Then, of course, we have all of these other things. Seed models, we have rarity gradients, we have sounds, and we have data store 2. So we're using data store 2 to manage this. Monetization module, SeedData, which I'll talk about, SeedRarity, and then this thing, which we'll worry about later. So you're good to delete that. Server script service, we have a handler, we have the purchases, and then we have the seed shop manager. So feel free to just move that into there. Like I said, server storage, also move these into there as well, just in case. And we'll talk about this as well. And yeah, main, the starter GUI, you don't need this. This is the last one we need, so you can just delete that and just move the shop, which we're going to talk about. Guys, there's a lot of stuff, so bear with me in this video if you want to learn. Then StarterPlayerScripts, you got to just move that into starter player, which is into right in here, guys, and then right in there. So just move that into there. And then workspace. I know it says shops. This is actually just the shop proximity part. So you can just move that under here in your shops button. And then it has the proximity part, which basically manages the GUI. So that is pretty much it. That is now in your game and it's all set up. Now, when it comes to making seeds and looking at everything, we're going to go through this, okay? There's a lot of stuff, okay? So, handler, I did update this a bit just to look into it. Now, this doesn't save. Well, actually, it does save if you play in the real game, but it won't save in Studio for now, which we just don't want to do that because we haven't gotten to there yet. I will be updating this. So honestly, you guys don't really need to worry about this right now. I will say, though, of course, if you want to change your cash value and get more than 100 when they join, just change this right here. But don't really worry about it because this is nothing to bother. But yeah, so now going into this, we have the purchases server script and we have the seed shop manager. So I'm going to kind of talk through this as fast as I can, okay? So purchases, this is using all of the dev products. This is going to be what we use for game passes and all the things because we are using the process receipts, which you can only call once in your game. You don't want to do it twice or more. So you only can use it one time. So you need one script for that. So that's where we're going to be handling everything. So this actually manages all of the firing for the restock and for purchasing the seed. Now, like I said, if you are kind of changing this and you're changing your game to something else, you're going to have to make sure you change some of these things because like it's going into the players into server storage and looking for this seed specifically. So you're going to have to mess with the names, but for now, you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, that basically handles all the purchases with Robux. Now, the seed shop manager. So we're going to look into this. I made a configuration settings, which is all you need to change. You don't need to worry about anything else, but I'll explain. Of course, we have the pick crops is in stock, format time, update the shop, which is updating the shop. It's resetting it's doing a remote event, so we're going to be firing the reset seed shop and seed shop timer. And then, of course, we're using a bindable event, which is changing some of the things for the server side to server side. So yeah, restocking the event is actually, this is all server side, so everyone sees this. Now in settings right here, we have the shop reset time. So this is 300 seconds, which is 5 minutes. You can change this, of course, to your likings, up to you. Now stock range. So the minimum is 1. So that means, yeah, you always get 1 stock reset. It's always going to be 1 is the minimum, and the max is 25 is what I noticed in Grow a Garden. You can turn this down to whatever you like. I don't recommend changing minimum to 0 though, because that is not going to work, or else it's going to say 0 stock. You don't want that. So 25 is where you change the number to how max there is. Now rarity chances. So as you can tell when we were doing the reset stocks, common, it's 100% chance. It will always get restocked. 80% chance, a 30% chance, and then a 1% chance, and then a 0.5% chance, and a 0.01% chance, and a 0.001% chance. So this is all out of 100. Now you can change this to however you like. Honestly, I recommend leaving it this way. That just means players might have a very, very low chance of getting these restocked. Or, of course, you can make like legendary 5% chance and turn this into 1 and then go whatever. So that's up to you. Just don't go above 100 and don't go, and that's it. You know, that's all you got to worry about. And you can go literally 0, 0, 0, whatever you want. So just mess around. Now, that manages everything. Now we're setting the crop data right here, which I'll talk about. So we have the name, we have the price, we have the rarity, we have a stock amount, we have in stock, we have layout order. So I'll talk about that in a bit. And we have the dev product. Now, you can close that. You don't need to worry about anything in there. So we're just kind of going through and explaining you some things. We have all of these events, and I'll go into that as well. Data store 2, you don't need to worry about. Monetization. So you're going to go and make a dev product. Okay, so this is the restock shop. So to make a dev product, you just click this game settings right here. You hit the monetization, and you go down here and hit create. Name it restock if you want. Get the price, and then you're just going to copy that ID. Now, I have other ones, which I'll go into in a bit, which is calling you need to make all of them. But you just put that ID right here, okay? That's all you need to do, and you're done. You don't need to worry about it. That's because this will handle the restock. Now, that's it for monetization. Now we have SeedData and SeedRarity. Okay, so this is where it gets a little more in-depth with the seeds. So if you want to change the colors, this is where you change the colors, okay? As you can tell, rare is blue, uncommon is green, and then legendary is yellow, mythical is purple, divine is like orange. This is literally going off Grow a Garden is what I saw. And then prismatic, gradient folder. Now what is gradient folder? Okay, so in here, in the rarity gradients, we have prismatic. So in here, you can change this. I made a rainbow color, and there's actually a script in here which basically does a rotation toward the gradient, so it makes it move and everything. Now you can actually change this and make another one. You could do whatever you want. You can change the reset, the rotation, the transparency, and make some cool colors. And if you want to add more, like I said, you just got to go down here and just add, you know, whatever, like different color, you know, and then just do color 3, or you guys can do another gradient folder. Just make sure you add a comma after it. And then also actually going back to Seed Shop Manager, make sure you change this as well. You're going to have to add another one because that affects it. Now, into SeedData. So this is where we handle all of the seeds. So you guys are going to have to bear with me on this. Remote events, don't worry about that. It's all done. We have a few events, buy crop, plant seed, purchase, all that stuff. We'll worry about that later. And then we have sounds also going into this. You can change the sound however you like. That's the click. We have a purchase sound. That's the purchase sound. And we have restock. That's the restock sound. Awesome. Now you can change those just by changing the ID. It's super simple to do. Now SeedData. So this is a module. We're going to be using this module to make all the new names. Now in this, like I said, you don't even need to really do anything. It's when you make a seed. So what we have here is we have the layout orders. Okay, I want you guys to pay attention to how they're laid out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's say we wanted to make another one. Okay. And you want to put them in order just how they would be. So you're going to have to mess with these layout orders if you do add more. So like if I'm going to add one right after blueberry because I want it to be in the uncommon section, you're going to have to go like here, and I'm going to name it, let's just do strawberry for now. Okay, I want to make a new one with you guys. So strawberry, next to the name. Price will do, let's see, we have 250, so 150, okay? It's going to be uncommon. Dev product. This is where you have to go inside the game settings again, go to monetization, and make a dev product ID. I only made 2 just for testing with you guys, but you can go into that and fix that. Then layout order. So you want to make sure these are all different. So now that we did 2, we can't have 2 2s, but we can't have 2 3s. So I got to go all the way through the list. Now, honestly, I recommend if you want, just wait to the end to do all of these. You can even just pop it into ChatGPT to fix it for you. But the reason we need these layout orders is so with the scrolling frame, we make sure they're laid out perfectly in order. And I did that manually because it's just so much easier than, doing a script where it could break. And I don't want to worry about that. But yeah, rarities, you can just change the rarity based off of what rarity you have. So that's one of the things you don't need to worry about unless, depending on what you have and the names. So just make sure the names match. Now, once you add a thing, we have seed models in here. So you're going to have to make sure you make a seed model or else it's not going to be displayed. So what is the seed model? So you go into here and we're going to put this, I'll just put this in workspace, okay, for now. So let's go to here. There we go. We have bamboo. So depending on how you make your models, you can do whatever you want. You just got to make sure you have one primary part and just name it primary part. But strawberry, I just want to do strawberry. So it's going to be red. That's it. You can customize this. You can make it look cool, add a bunch of things to it, make an actual model. And then you want to make sure this matches the name. So strawberry. Once you do strawberry and it's already has the primary part set, you're just going to put this back into seed models and you're good. So I made a seed model. Now I'm good. Now I don't have to worry about anything. It's actually added automatically in. I'm so glad I did this modular and I spent some time on this because now it's easier for you guys. Now, going into a few things. Tag list, we have the clicked and hover. This is the collection service. We'll worry about this later. And we have the crop seeds. So crop seeds, up to you how you want to change this. But I only made 2 because what I was telling you guys, I'm not doing all the seeds for you because I want you to learn. Super simple, same thing. Bring it into workspace. And then you can go to handle. Just leave that the way it is. Part. That's the crop. So I'll just change the color and you're good. You can even just do whatever. And then I'll just name this strawberry seed. So once I name it strawberry seed, I can actually just put this back in here. Now, if you want to make sure this fits on the player, I have a tool grip editor plugin. I think it's free, so you can kind of just look at what it looks like with the player holding it, and then you put that into there. Now, if you don't have it in crop seeds, it's not going to break your script. It's just going to say that it couldn't give it to it because it couldn't find it. But you need to make sure you have that seed model in replicated storage. Okay, so I'll go through proximity prompts. This is handling the UI. So this is talking about showing the UI and tweening it the way it is. So we'll use this later on, of course, when it comes to the NPCs. So don't worry about that for now, but this just handles opening that shop UI. And then UI effects, this is going to handle the hovering. So hovering and the clicking. So we look in here, we do collection service, and we play that click sound when we see that they are hovering, clicking an image button or text button, and it has the tag clicked. Now, same thing for this. Hovering, this does have a hover effect, so it's a little bit more of some math, but it's just checking when the player button is mouse enter and mouse leave. And of course, checking if it's a text button or image button and it has text hover. Now, you can actually really do this easily if you want to later on with clicking in the, where is it called? Not collision stuff. Should be somewhere in here. Tag editor right here. You can open this and then you can just add the tags. All right, so going into the shop. This is the big script. I'm running out of breath here. Sorry, guys. So we have the notification. This is the notification that pops up at the top. It says shop has been restocked. You can change the design of that if you'd like using this down here in the properties. Just make sure it's unvisible first. Now, we have the shop script. We have a buy frame template and we have a crop frame template. So opening up the frame. Now, if you want to see this and customize it, you click visible on the frame. And then when you're done, make sure to turn it off. So you see there's nothing in it. That's because we use these things. So crop frame. Oh, that doesn't go there. It goes scrolling template. Scrolling frame. So that's what it's doing. It's basically copying all of them and just pasting it down in order. Now, in the templates, we have a bunch of things. We have rarity, we have the seed image, we have the seed name, seed price, seed stock. So that's kind of where we're handling the items. And then if we were to do the buy frame, it's the same thing. It's going to pop down and it's going to look like this. Buy product button, buy button. And guys, you can customize this however you want. Just change the colors. I wouldn't recommend tweaking the sizes. Just change the colors. There's a lot of things. There's UI stroke colors. All you have to do is literally just press these buttons and turn the background colors to however you like. Like I said, it's all up to you. When you're done viewing your thing, put it back in the shop script, okay? Or else it's going to break it. Now, scrolling frame, we use a UI list layout. That is going to list it down. We have the restock button, which I was talking about. So restock button. Oh, and also in the crop frame template, we have attributes. We have the dev product ID. We have the in stock. We have the price and stock amount. So these are necessities, which we'll go into later. And then, of course, we have the close shop button, and then brown, green, and then timer. And you can change this however you like as well. When you're done with that, you're just going to click visible off, and you're good. Now, in this shop script, okay, so there's a lot of stuff. We have a lot of services right here. We have players, replica storage, tween service, marketplace, collection, and run service. I tried to have ChatGPT actually just comment all this for you, but there's a lot of local variables in here. It's a big script, but going into this, we have rarity order. So this, actually, this was something that we don't even use anymore because I fixed that. So honestly, we can just, I'll just comment that out for you guys because you don't need to worry about that. Now, UI layout. So this is going to double check when the UI layout is getting added. So if something's getting added to the layout, which is happening with the scroll frame, it's going to make sure it fits everything. Purchase. So when the purchase happens through the server event, it's going to get the client and it's going to play the sound. Seed shop timer, same thing. We're going to set the new seeds in to string and time left. Now, restock button. So when restock button happens and we do check the monetization DevProducts restock shop, we are going to prompt product purchase, and we are going to set that player and give them that product purchase, which is going to be the dev product. Now we have the notification. This is for later, so you don't even need to worry about that. It's honestly set down there. But local toggle by frame. So this is where it does the by frame. So we check a few things. We clone them, and once we get the clones of the templates, we set the sizes, we set the parents, and then we do the layout order. So by frame, by the way, sorry, this is managing the by frame. So the button that comes down when we click on it. So we're going to set that layout order to plus 0.5. So what that does is it goes, if we have 1 for carrot seed, it's going to go 1.5. So it's just going to go a little bit below it, and we're just adding it to the scrolling frame. Now we have a tween for that, of course. And then, of course, going down to that, we have a local update buy button. So this is where we double check if they have the dev product, and we do the product info and we send it to them. So once we do that, that's perfect. And we also grab the price of that product and everything like that, and we do the purchase for that. And then this is the stock amount. So it's doing out of stock, it's purchased, or purchase if it isn't, you know. And then if it is, we do the stock amount. And then update buy button, we just want to call that, of course. Now, regular coin purchase. So this is where we do the regular coin purchase. So if they use that little buy button, that purchase button, it's going to get that price, going to get the stock, the leader stats, the cash. And then if cash is, and the cash value is greater than or equal to the price amount, and the stock is greater than 0, then we are going to fire that server by crop, which gives you the crop. And we're going to set the stock amount of the attribute -1, and we're going to fire that update buy button. And we go through update buy button to check if it's in stock or out of stock. So if it is out of stock, we basically make it out of stock, showing them that. And then this is a dev product where I was telling you guys they do the dev product. So it fires that to the server. And we do a few things here. Now, this is where we do the generate all the crop frames. So this is where I was talking about if you want to make this different, you're going to have to change the seed data, the seed name right here. So it's up to you. But honestly, you don't even need to touch anything here because this is all made for you. But basically, we're doing the viewport, grabbing the model of that data.name. So basically what we're sending in the data frame in the seed data. And then if the model, which we'll find, will make a new camera, which I had to figure that out. But it makes a new camera and it sets it to that part and it shows you the item. And then, of course, toggle by frame again. Then reset shop. So this is where we do it all over again, basically. So we basically manage literally this entire thing, but in a reset shop. So it double checks when we reset, we just redo it again. And then this is where it actually manages the notification. So, and this is printing. I just leave it in here for now. But yeah, the shop has been restocked. This is where you can change that value. But that's it, you guys. That is literally it. So I hope you guys learned something from this, and I want you to just keep going and looking at the scripts and understanding them. Really, all you need to worry about is seed data and then making the seeds, and it should be set for you. This is very simple to do. So if you have any issues, just comment and let me know. But please, please, please subscribe. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a long video, and I don't know what the next one's gonna be, but I'll make sure I'll figure it out. So thank you guys, and I hope you have a good one. Bye bye.